Welcome to another exciting episode of the Million Dollar Peddlers. I'm Paper Guy.
I'm Mr. Magazine.
And if you were backstage with us just before we got this BOLO video set up, you'd have been laughing. The computer crashed on us. We were panicking, had to call random neighborhood kids. So
you were panicking. I was having fun.
I'm sure that you were. And for some reason or other, the pictures look all different today. They're a lot bigger and full living color. That could be an eBay change though, too. Who even knows? But bear with us. We're going to hope we don't have any technical glitches. This is a BOLO video. It's be on the lookout for. We do this every Saturday. We give you a list of things that we sold in the past week, some highlights from eBay, and tell you the where, the what, the why, the how. And Mr. Magazine takes it away.
All right. This is one of those things that
you'll find.
You will find, but it's more of a sucker buy. Even if you can buy it for $1, which you probably can't because Jordan's on the cover. It's a 1988, it says 87 on the cover. December, January. Yeah. So it's an 87, 88 December issue of SI with Jordan on the cover. It took 4 years, and I think I got $8 out of it. Now, mind you, the label is torn off at the bottom, but it's still an old Jordan, early Jordan. It's a double issue. So don't get fooled by this and pay $5 because you won't make any money.
That actually, you know something? That actually is very helpful for people. Yeah. It really is, and we do try to. Everybody will hype up and say, buy this, buy this. We occasionally will tell you, don't buy this.
Now, if it's mint condition with no label and they're asking 10, that's probably a better deal because you might be able to get 20, 30, 40 bucks for them.
Right.
All right, next up, definitely buy these if you find them. This is from my ticket stub graded find. This is 2007. Hamilton, I guess he won whatever the F1 debut stub. It's a PSA 4, but it still went for $128. I don't know how many are out there. It's it's still 15, 16 years old, so it's an older one. But
how rough are they on grading tickets?
I think there has to be some leniency where the perforation is. I know that. So obviously they're going to be perforated. It might not be perfect, but I guess down here they're going to take more off in the little bottom spot. See that little tear there? Yeah. There's definitely some creases. So
okay.
Again, if you see any type of ticket stubs and there has any relevance, now I bought 50 of them and there was all relevance like. Debut, first time, Super Bowl, stuff like that. So, but even if they're just regular ticket stubs, buy them if they're cheap and they'll sell.
Well, and that makes sense too, though, that a lot of them are going to have wear, especially older ones. Just people went to the game, put the ticket in their pocket.
Exactly, yeah. Back in 2007, no one knew who this Hamilton guy was, so they didn't care to preserve it.
Yep.
Another sucker buy here, Masters of the Universe, Rise of Eagle, Keldorn, Origins, Cronus 2. It's a 2-pack. It's probably $20, $25 in Walmart or Target. I think it's relatively newer. And this went for I think it took it $10 just to move it out. I'm trying to move out some product to get some money in my pockets. I got some big deals coming in. But again, you would think that this would go for $20. And again,
it didn't.
I was offering 13. They offered me 10. I said, you know what? Let's move on. Yep. You got it. All right. This is where you turn $10 into 120. Marvel Super Special number 15, 1979 Star Trek. It's a CGC 9.0. This is very common. They're out there if they're not graded. But again, this was a nicer condition one. I spent the $30, $40 to grade it, and it went for a lot more than it would have if it weren't graded.
So basically, you turned $50 into $100 after your fees, or $90 or something. But
you made selling it for $10, $20.
So you made $40. You put $40 in your pocket in a $10 magazine.
Exactly.
Yep. So we have to look at it.
All right, next up.
Wow.
Another things to watch out for. Collected Adventures, Fabulous Fury Freak Brothers, Ripoff Press. A lot of people think these are good. Obviously, there's different. You know more about this stuff than me. But, there's first print, second print. I don't know which ones have them or don't have them. But obviously, this one went for $10. I think I paid $1 a piece on some of these.
Yeah, and these are difficult. Again, we've had Dan Fogel on our channel. Writer of the Underground Price Guide. So certainly I have a nice reference there if I ever need it on any of these sort of things. Cover price is one area to go on, and there's a lot of other things as well. He actually has a very good price guide out there. If anybody is interested in the price guide, this turns into a little bit of a shill for him, but we definitely do appreciate his being on the show. Reach out to me and I can put you in touch with Dan and you can purchase his price guide. So if you do get into underground comic books or are interested in them, reach out to me and I'll put you in touch with Dan and buy his price guide and get more money out of it at that point.
We got more than we bargained for in that one, folks. Next up, This was a surprising. I thought this would be worth more money.
Oh, wow.
The big autograph guy had multiple autograph deals.
I thought it'd be a really, really big shoe.
Exactly. Got this authenticated by JSA, so I had $15 into that. I think I took $40 for it. I mean, it's Ed Sullivan signed 8x10. I mean, he died a long time ago. I thought this would be a $100 piece. Without knowing, obviously, it's a $30 to $50 piece.
He must have signed a lot of stuff.
Yeah, must have. Yeah, very shocking. You know, it's not, not the greatest photos, black and white, but still.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be more than that. And last up, another sucker buy here. Sports Illustrated magazine, December 22 through 29, 1980. Hockey Olympic issue, USA hockey team. Now,
wait, you sold that?
I sold it for $8.
Do you believe in miracles?
I did sell this, so yes, I do believe in it. But again, these were better. This is the second issue from the hockey team. The first one goes for more money. But again, this was a $20 magazine 5-10 years ago. Just like anything else.
The common things.
Yeah, as the years go on, more people list them. It gets more competitive. It's got a mailing label, spineware. So, but if you could pick it up for a quarter, 50 cents, you could probably make some money. But for the most part, I'd be passing nowadays.
Wow, nice. Alrighty. And I got $28 out of a brochure. Wow. From Frontier Town in the Adirondacks, New York brochure. Usually I take a guess at the dates. I just took no guess on this one for whatever reason. I don't know if it's 50s or 60s on this. A lot of different areas had a Frontier Town or one of those little amusement parks for the kids that they had all the nursery rhyme characters and all that stuff from and all that. Always pick up the brochures from them. They're fairly common, but a lot of people collect them because they have memories of going on family trips to them back in the day and they didn't save anything from it. And this will be the kind of thing they'll buy and they'll share it with their dad on Father's Day or whatever the case is. And they'll sit around and go, oh, do you remember when? Do you remember when? And $28 is a low price to pay for them for all the memories that they got out of it. So do keep your eyes open for any of the brochures for those kind of events or those kind of places. They definitely do sell.
Quick question.
Yes.
This has nothing to do with the item itself, but do you use the CZUR Scanner on that?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
And then I do a CZUR Scanner with it open as well.
Good to know.
Yep.
Comics as well. Anything.
Everything except if it's too big to fit on there and it gets too close to the scanner itself.
Okay. Cool.
So like.
And you still need a black background?
Yep. Yep.
Interesting.
You also need a Saturday Evening Post, June 24th, 1933, F. Scott Fitzgerald, Booth, Tarkington. F. Scott Fitzgerald did not really do that many things out there, and people do collect him, and they're willing to pay you $68 for a magazine with his story in it. He's not even featured on the cover. However, he is noted inside. One thing that I did is one thing that I did as well, a lot of these magazines do have index of advertisers in them. I always post that if I find that because people do buy and collect for advertisements, or if somebody is the kind of person that's going to tear apart a magazine, well, now they know all the advertisements that are in there as well.
Cool.
So I do that as well. And I do show the beautiful advertisements that are in there as well.
Nice.
Now this next item that you just saw a sneak preview of right there.
What are you talking about?
Shows me that from time to time, item specifics work.
Okay.
Daisy Girl Scouts magazine, January 1980. Maurice Severin did an Incredible Hulk thing in there, and then it's got a thing about computers.
Cool.
So the Incredible Hulk.
Oh, nice.
Now I had it listed since 2020, no bites, and I went in item specifics, and I had it listed in the comic area because of the Hulk.
Sure.
It said series title Incredible Hulk. Is one of its specifics. And I go, well, it's not really an Incredible Hulk comic, but you know something? I'll hit Incredible Hulk. I put it in the Incredible Hulk category. It sold 2 hours later.
Wow.
So somebody was searching on Hulk. This came up and they found it. So even though it technically was not an Incredible Hulk comic, that item specific did make the sale.
Interesting.
So I guess from time to time, item specifics do work. Monopoly Game Rules 1954 Original Parker Brothers, $9.16. I would not list it now. It took 7 years to sell. That being said, you probably could be out at a sale and buy the whole game from 1954
True.
With the instructions in it for $5 at a sale. Now, it might be missing a few pieces, this and that, but certainly you're going to get the instructions in a lot of the games. Yeah. Obviously, my thought process was somebody owned the game and didn't have the instructions. Right. It only took 7 years for that person to figure out that I had the instructions.
Well, crazy enough that 7 years ago you didn't have much to list. Or you have 148 boxes just sitting around right now.
Well, and the other thought is, and take a look out there if you don't believe me. There are people out there whose entire business plan is buying up old games and selling the pieces off.
Sure.
You need a Monopoly card, they have it. You need a token, they have it. You need a piece for Connect 4, they have it. And a lot of the things they're selling for $1, $3 each, whatever, $3, probably $3 now with free shipping or whatever. But you get down, they put in an envelope, they send it to you, but they're getting, $3 out of one Monopoly card.
True.
How many do you get out of a box?
Right, exactly.
The other side of it is now your set's complete.
Sure.
So it's you need room for it and you need to know your games, but there definitely is money to be made parting those out.
Cool.
There's also money to be made going to estate sales on the next street over. I did mention this on the live show, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, every Wednesday, that I was at driving home and I saw a sale, and this was there, and I paid $4 for a hardcover book, which is more than I'd like to pay, but it sold in a week and a half for $50. Can't go wrong with that whatsoever. So it was basically, after expenses, it was like a 20 and a 10 was sitting in the driveway when I drove up to that guy's house. Because I bought this and one other item, so it's not like I bought a lot of stuff either. So I did want to bring this up and show you once in a while I do have some fast sell-through on things. And the final item we have today, the Scribe Magazine 1980. Carter's got more than pills. Ink Company, Nasa Moran McMine, $64.
Oh.
My question, and I don't really know the answer, is why did I ask $64 on it? I really don't know. It must have been others when I did my comps on it or something. But somebody or other paid it on it. Probably maybe the cover art. Don't really know. But the point of this is don't be afraid to ask because somebody may end up paying it.
It's old and unique.
That's true. I'm sure there are not a lot of those out there.
But enough about your mother.
And there aren't a lot of videos like ours out there. So hit the like button if you could, and we will see you next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.